What's up, Mgunizer gang? I'm here again catching you with another video of a review. This time we're going to be doing Park Ji-sung. So a follower of ours, or a subscriber of ours, actually asked us to do this video of Park Ji-sung. So we're going to deliver. We're going to do a review for Park Ji-sung. This is one of the legendary Manchester United players. I remember growing up back in the day. I'm a Chelsea fan, and these guys used to abuse us all day, every day with Rooney, Ferdinand, and the other likes. And this lady was also part of, the gang that used to do the most. So Park Ji-sung, for me, when I remember him, he was an engine. I could have just said Park Ji-sung was a central defensive midfielder or a centre back if I didn't know. But now that I know, definitely, I know that Park Ji-sung is a right midfielder from the game as given in the card, and we're going to do a review for that, guys. So I want you to check this out. Park Ji-sung is 178 centimeters in height, 73 kgs tall. For a winger, that is absolutely perfect. Height does not matter as much for a winger. What matters mostly is the speed and the dribbling and all those kind of things. So Park Ji-sung meets the criteria of height and weight proportion. He can be fast as a 178. Also, the weight is 73, so he must be agile, which makes it a perfect candidate for a right midfielder. So the first thing I'm going to start with is his preferred foot. When you are a right midfielder and you're playing with the right foot, for me, that's not as conducive because I'm a player that usually cuts inside the box and wants to curl the ball with the left foot when I'm playing with a player that is a right midfielder. So usually, right midfielders or traditional right midfielders from back in the day, they used to love playing square balls or aerial balls or spam crossing or whatever you call it. So in those times, it was that tradition that if you're right-footed, you play on the right. But now that football has modernized and the way in which we play the game, we prefer left-footed players on the right so that they can cut in and curl the ball. But that's not a train smash. His weak foot is 4-star, so he can still curl the ball. The only difference is that you cannot shoot with high power when he's using his left foot. But if you shoot averagely well, then he can curl the ball with the left 4 times out of 5. 4 times out of 5, you can do it perfectly so, as long as you don't put too much power. But if you do put too much power, then 2 out of 5 times he will score. So you need to be very mindful when you are cutting in and you are using a right-footed player from the right. In this case, Park Ji-sung. So if you don't mind, actually, having to maneuver a bit and be technical a bit with how you shoot when you're cutting in, then you're fine. But if your gameplay is for you to cross the ball, if your gameplay is for you to spam cross, then this is an amazing player for your team. And obviously, he's right midfielder, not right wing. So you understand, it's more or less a traditional right midfield or right wing player from back in the day. So the next thing we're going to talk about is his pace. Pace 107, very decent. 107 pace can do a lot of work when this card has been ranked up to like red or to like red or orange. I think it'll go at around about 149, 151, 152 maximum pace. So that's good. That's good enough. That's nothing to cry about. I don't think pace-wise, he's bad. He's quite decent, especially at this point of the game where we're now getting 103 rated players or players who run at 117 pace card. So Park Ji-sung is not a bad addition to your squad. Let's look at his shooting. Shooting at 93, very decent. Decent. This is good. This is average. This is fine. You can do with it against any sort of player. 93 shooting for a right midfielder is quite good. It's not bad because I wouldn't want to say you hardly shoot because our styles of play are not the same, but 93 shooting is decent. It's great, guys. There's no more comment on that. I guess when it's ranked up to its fullest potential, Park Ji-sung might get to somewhere around maybe 140, 139, depending on how his rank up is like on the game. So depending on how much he develops, then he might get to 140 something or 130 something shooting, which is quite decent for a right midfielder. 130 something at most, I think. And then his passing is 102. That's great. Guys, passing 102 is exceptional. I give that a 9 out of 10. Exceptional passing for a right midfielder. You don't have to complain. Dribbling, guys. Dribbling, amazing. 108 means he's agile, he's quick to turn, he's quick on the ball, which is what you want from your right midfielder, given that some of these left backs are extremely fast. So you want that to be, a good pairing, and 108 dribbling is amazing. Now the stat of stats, guys. The 83 defending is bazooka. 83 defending is amazing. Guys, for your right midfield to defend for you from the front at 83 defending, when it's fully ranked up, I think you'd get to around 130, 125 prime, which is quite amazing, quite good. I can't complain. I can never complain. This is great. Defending 10 out of 10 for this player. And then the physicality, 81, guys. 81 physicality. That's as good as any right back or left back, even better actually. So for you to have that on the right midfield, that means you have an extra man for marking at the back, you have an extra man for marking at the front. This is an actually good card when it comes to its defending stats. The only con that I would say about this card is just the preferred foot, which is the right foot when he's playing on the right. If his foot was left, playing from the left, then we'd be talking business. So that's basically that. Now we're going to look at what he has skill-wise, or his traits. Guys, this trait is very important. He has a second wing. Player has less fatigue towards the end of the match if they are currently losing. Guys, this is amazing. Park Ji-sung was known for his stamina. So you go, run, and he'll never get tired. And this will help you, especially when you're playing a defensive game, because right midfielders usually come back and help in defense. So Park Ji-sung will definitely help defense-wise. So you'd actually want to have him. I personally think he can play right back. I don't know, but I think he can play right back. So basically, when he's ranked up, I would like. Actually, I think you can check. Let's see. When he's actually at level 3, he can play left mid, center mid, right wing. He can't play left back. Let's also see when you try and put him on there. He can only play left mid, center mid, and right wing, which is quite good, guys. If he can play center mid, that means you can reinforce the defending with him, and this will be extremely good for you to have. So stamina wise, as I said, Park Ji-sung is amazing. But now my personal problem is his skill moves. Skill moves is at 3 stars, guys. That means he can't even perform a lane change. He can't perform a heel-to-heel flick. He can't perform a rainbow. I don't know how, as a person, you would plan to beat your defenders using Park Ji-sung, but for me, that's a serious downside, guys. 3-star skill moves for my right midfielder. I want him to finish those players. I want him to dribble defenders, and if he can't do that, it drops his rating. For me, honestly, I was at an 8 to 9 over 10 for this card, but because of this I'm dropping it to 7. But people who know how to play with him can play, or people who can play without dribbling can use him at a very exceptional rate. But for me, that 3-star skill moves is a no-no. And then yes, we've spoken about his stamina capabilities. Now let's look at his stats. Pace, great, can't complain. Shooting, great, can't complain. Okay, I'll just rate it like this. Pace, 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Shooting, 8 out of 10. Passing, 10 out of 10 for a right midfield. Dribbling, 8 out of 10 for a right midfield. Defending, 10 out of 10 for a right midfield. Physicality, 10 out of 10 for a right midfield. So this is not a bad card, especially when you're using this formation. So all in all, guys, he's going right now at the market for like 365, 390, somewhere along those lines. So he's a good card to invest in also, because it doesn't look like his value is depreciating at a quick rate. So this is my review for Park Ji-sung. I think personally, I will give Park Ji-sung a 7 out of 10 rating as a right midfield card, because I've seen better, obviously. But for me, this is a good card. Al-Owairan is another option you can go for. Foden is another option you can go for. So just check those things out, guys, and hopefully everything will make sense. So that's my review. Don't forget, guys, subscribe, like the channel. Please do everything to promote the channel, show some love, and if you have any review you want me to do, send it on the comments. I'll definitely put it through. Thank you.